Hey, second clarinets. Welcome to today's episode of Corona Band at Salem Junior High School. We're going to go over Star Wars, Force Awakens. I have a couple of things to point out to you. Number one is some rhythm items, the triplet. Okay, we haven't done too much with the triplet this year, so I wanted to point out how we go about counting that. You're going to have 3 notes inside of one count. So it's going to sound like this. 1 lit, 2 lit, 3 lit, 4 lit, 1 lit, 2 lit, 3 lit, 4 lit. And notice how I say the first beat of each set of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to help you keep track of where you are in the measure. Like what count is the triplet happening on? That way you don't get lost. That's going to be really useful for you in spots like the second measure where you're going 1, 2 lit, 3, 4 lit, 1, 2 lit, 3, 4 lit, 1. And then you do some more of that, like measure 5, the triplet happens on count 1. 1 lit, 2, 4, 1 lit, 2, 4. So you need to be aware and know where those triplets are happening and keeping track of them in the measure. Another rhythmic timing thing that you have is a quarter note to half note to quarter note. That's a little bit of syncopation. You need to pay attention to that. That's 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. So hold out that count 2, 3 to 4. Second thing I have on the board here is in measure 18. You get this slur 2 pattern. T-ya, 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 T-ya. And that's the syllables that I want you using for that. You're going to tongue the front 8th note and slur down to the second 8th note. T-ya, 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 T-ya. Let me show you what that will sound like. Okay, let's try that again without the squeaks. And make sure that last 8th note is an A flat. That A flat at the front is going to carry on to the back of the measure. T-ya, 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 ta. Okay? And if you need to, it would actually be a good idea to take your pencil and mark that A flat. So you have measure 18. I'm going to mark the A flat at the end of measure 18 so that I don't forget it. Okay? The last thing I took note of was measure 21 to the end. In March of the Resistance, there needs to be a very clear, articulated piece. Lots of short notes, accents that are separated. Okay? So we're thinking ta, 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 ta. Very nice, short, separated sounds. And from the get-go, ta, 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 ta. And then you have the slurs ti-ya, ti-ya, ta, 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 ta. Nice and separated, okay? Let's go ahead and play through this, and you can work through the things as you hear my part played with yours. Okay. Make sure you take note in measure 48 that you have the C sharp carries through. So here's what 48 would sound like. So make sure you don't miss that C sharp on the last eighth note there in measure 48. All right. Feel free to email me with any questions you may have on specific measures in that. There's a few tricky little things. Take note of the key change about halfway through where you get B flats through there. All right. Anything else I miss? Go ahead and send me an email with questions. All right. Thanks for playing at home. Have fun.